In this video, we are going to disclose the locations of every collectible necessary to achieve all the trophies in Cronos: The New Dawn. Come along and make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for further updates on Cronos: The New Dawn and other fantastic games. The very first collectible is a weapon, specifically the Sword MK-1615, which you are given automatically in the prologue. The second collectible is a Travelog named Heading Forward. After descending the stairs where the flashlight activates for the first time, proceed into the next room to discover the Travelog located at the back, adjacent to the first save station.
Passage to Sector D-31 established. The perimeter seems safe. The port in this safe house is now active, using the fuses from another device upstairs. There was an emitter relic left in the base. By the will of the collective, I claimed it to aid the vocation. To my successors, if you need any more resources, you can use the surplus. The code is 367. Moving out to C-31. Such is our calling.
Found a Travelog. It was left here by the predecessor.
The next collectible you'll encounter is the first valuable item in the game, the camera. After you use the fuses to open the door, go outside and turn right to locate an open door. The camera can be found on a shelf within. The upcoming collectible is yet another Travelog named The Way is Shut. It can be found beside a sealed A0 blast door.
Sent here after me. If you have been tasked with finding a target that is located in A0 or any sector in the vicinity of the Unity Hospital, you will fall. I am cutting off the path. The chances of traversing it are close to zero. Resources are scarce. Evaluate whether you can be of use to the vocation in other ways. Such is our calling.
Next up is another Travelog. It's named Strategic Advice. You'll wander through a flower shop and discover a hole in the wall. Squeeze through to uncover this on a chair in the room.
reinforcements grow even stronger as they merge. Efficiency discipline is recommended. It is highly recommended to proceed with caution. Such is our calling.
Following your visit to the flower shop, use the key to open the next door. Then head down the stairs where Borowka, the first cat, will be right in your way.
Cat.
In the room where the cat is located, head south to discover a utility room equipped with a save station, a workstation, and a storage unit. Additionally, you'll find a dispenser that you can access, which holds the first core collectible. Upon exiting the utility room, you will discover the travelog titled A Proficient Way, resting on a crate beside the stairs that lead onward through a blast door.
Like most solid organic compounds, such as wood or biological tissue, orphan bodies are susceptible to rapid oxidation. My observations also suggest that incineration is a proficient way to remove organic accumulations, which I named biomass. The torch is the most efficient tool to ultimately destroy tissue before it has time to regenerate. Such is our calling.
Following this is yet another travelog known as The Assignment. When your mission requires you to figure out how to access the gate, you will eventually uncover the control panel hidden behind a locked door. The travelog can be found on a desk in that very room.
Born 1948.
Dr. Weronika Kamiński. What is this? Why am I here? Am I being arrested?
Doctor, you are here because the situation at the steelworks has changed. We have come into possession of a certain asset.
Asset?
Upon reaching a cave-like section, a tutorial for burning orphans will be presented to you. In the room featuring a torch fuel dispenser, instead of turning left, go right, and you'll discover a hole to crawl through. Inside, a core will be available in a dispenser. Upon shifting a time oddity to elevate a floor, you will enter a library. The game's very first comic book will be sitting on the desks before you. Additionally, the Travelog named Across Time itself is located at the rear of the same room, behind the counter, resting on a crate.
People invented writing to communicate across time. Of course, I have no one to communicate with. I'm the last. So this is the only way I can overcome the debilitating effects of time. I can save my thoughts, send them to myself. In the future, shield them from oblivion.
Interesting.
After dropping into the pharmacy, you will discover another core collectible in the utility room that lies ahead. After relocating another time oddity outside, you'll descend to battle some orphans close to some explosive barrels. Once you've taken care of them, head to the left in the open area to locate the energy bank on top of some packages. After you climb up a new time oddity, you will step into another utility room, and there, on a desk, lies the Hammerprov 2030 shotgun.
Another relic module found. The hammer. It will help gain an advantage in close quarters.
Shortly after discovering the shotgun, A group of orphans will ambush you. Once the battle is over, head through the door on the left rather than the large open one. In the back room, you'll find a camera resting on a table. Once you embark on the Head for the Dive Point mission, navigate through the area until you reach a time oddity that allows you to elevate a bridge back to the starting zone. After taking care of the orphans in this vicinity, bypass the main building and proceed westward to discover a movable locker. Shift it aside and you'll uncover a comic book resting on a bench. Upon entering apartment block 34, you'll find a utility room that contains another core collectible. After climbing stairs several times, manipulating time oddities, and burning some biomass, you will come across a hallway with apartment 28 to your left. Go inside, and you'll discover an energy bank located in the rear room. After acquiring the bolt cutter, make your way back to the apartment block and step into the open room to your left at the entrance. Use the bolt cutters on the back door, and you will uncover a camera within. Next, head back through the courtyard to the spot where you initially entered this area, and you will come across a door secured with a chain. Cut it open, and you will discover Mela the cat inside. Now head back to the utility room and employ the Traveler's seal key you obtained from Mela the cat to gain access to a small room that holds a core collectible. Next, you can utilize the bolt cutter to access the elevator. Inside, you will find the Travelog titled Vulnerable to Fire.
Procedure successful.
Shell compromised. I have encountered an unprecedented orphan. It was in a state of suppressed recomposition. It may have something to do with the strong time oddity influence. I am retreating to the hub. If I fail, I shall try to terminate functioning in a place that is easy to reach. Fire. It was vulnerable to fire. Such is our calling.
Upon descending the elevator and stepping into apartment 5, you will discover a utility room. The Travelog titled Outpost Established will be located directly across from the workstation.
begun.
An outpost for future travelers. Its location is easy to discover, but by my reckoning, the dive took me to a moment shortly before the end of Phase 3 humanity. The area is about to become deserted, perfect to continue paving the path. I intend to create more structures in the area. They will become safe havens for the next ones. Such is our calling.
Upon entering the basement of apartment block 33, you'll notice a chained door on the left. Use the bolt cutters to unlock it and discover the fan heater inside. Once you retrieve the shelter key from the basement, as you exit, you'll notice Karol the cat darting towards the playground adjacent to the hardware store. Follow it there, give it a pet, and it will reward you with another core collectible.
Thank you.
Next up is Edward Wisniewski's Essence, which grants you the ability to deal increased damage to enemies that are burning. This collectible is automatically acquired after you find Edward.
Entering the shelter. The target must be close.
Edward, did you get the... Ah! Stay away! Stay away from me!
Compose yourself.
Please. Please don't hurt me.
Angela, stop! What are you doing?
I should never have come here with you.
No,
Let
Angela!
her go. She can't be saved. She does not matter.
But it's dangerous outside. The disease! Everyone outside is exposed! That's why I brought her here!
It wouldn't change anything. She does not matter.
She matters to me! I wanted to protect her! At least her. To preserve one thing dear to me in this whole wide fucked up world! Ah! Government said, didn't they? This is some kind of experiment, right?
This is solace.
What are you doing?
Preserving. Target extraction completed. Essence acquired. Time for the ascendance sequence. Heading to the terminal.
Following the Ascendant sequence, proceed to Station A, where you'll discover a utility room directly across from the door that leads to Platform 1. Within, you will come across another core collectible, along with the Travelog titled Cure for Forgetting.
Processes are getting
Once you've activated the first generator, go downstairs and you'll see the Disorders of Perception Travelog resting on a bench to your right.
Activating it now.
Target was successful, but a critical complication occurred during the return. I suspect that a perforation in my shell caused the anomaly to negatively affect my vitals. I am experiencing severe perceptual disturbances. They are vivid, substantial, and located in external objective space. I will attempt to reach the terminal and perform the ascendance sequence. If I fail, someone will complete my work. Such is our calling.
Just beyond the door that leads to the room housing the second generator, you'll find another door secured with a chain. Use the bolt cutter to unlock it, and inside, you'll discover an energy bank along with another comic book resting on a table. Once you have powered up the tram, head back to it, and you will find that a door across from the tram, which was locked earlier, is now open. Go inside to encounter Cynamon the cat and obtain the core collectible after giving it a pet. On the table next to the cat, you will also find the Travelog named An Inspiring Design.
Mindless
When you get on the tram, you will come across a fallen traveler and the essence of Lidia Marzec.
Another fallen. Attempting data salvage. It seems this one's phylactery is intact. And there's still an essence in it. Maybe I'll be able to retrieve it. Establishing connection with the phylactery. Transfer completed. Essence acquired.
After you get off the tram, look for a nearby utility area where you can find another core collectible. Keep going until you reach a ledge outside, where orphans will emerge from the sand. In the back right corner of this area, close to the archway you must pass through to continue, there's a train car containing a camera. Following the cutscene that discusses the necessity for counter-gravity equipment, you will find the Seeking Solutions Travelog placed on the desk, adjacent to a fuse.
There it is. The place is heavily affected by the oddities. I will need counter-gravity traversal equipment to reach it.
I reached the factory in Sector B1 and located the time rifle. It is beyond my reach. I need to equip myself adequately before I can continue. There is an outpost set up nearby by those who came here before me. It is located in the main control room. I might be able to find a solution there. Something that will allow me to reach the dive point and proceed with the extraction. Such is our calling.
Once you have utilized the fuse and navigated through the biomass-laden corridors, you will arrive in a chamber with a biomass pillar at its center. At this juncture, proceed into the small room to your right to locate the next energy bank placed on a table. After relocating the lockers 2 times and stepping into an extended locker room, disregard the area directly ahead and take the path to the right to locate the restrooms. A core can be found in a dispenser at the rear. As you step into the loading bay, you'll encounter a large orphan repeatedly banging its head against the dispenser. Defeat it, then access the dispenser to uncover another core. Right beside this, there is a double door secured with chains. Use the bolt cutters to open it, and you'll discover a fan heater resting on a table inside. When you access Hall B with the code 364, you'll step into a zone populated by non-aggressive orphans. To your right, as you walk into this area, there's a small room you can enter that has a camera next to a sizable orphan. Furthermore, at the far end, adjacent to a praying orphan, sits a fan heater. As you step into the main control room, you'll find the Harnessing Chaos Travelog just around the corner. Additionally, there's another core located in one of the dispensers within the same room. Once you've moved the time oddity in the storeroom, turn around to find a gap in the wall. You can slip through it after breaking some boards. The next energy bank awaits you out on the balcony. Once you have the code for the isolation zone, turn back and adjust the time oddity to gain access to the area on your right. Crawl beneath the damaged wall to discover a camera directly ahead. Additionally, you'll find a comic book resting on the bench in front of some lockers within the same room. As you head towards the isolation zone, make sure to use your key to access the warehouse, where another core awaits you in the back room. Upon entering the isolation zone, turn right and you'll find a section featuring 2 time oddities that generate flammable barrels. In the rear of this section, there is an additional energy bank. Next, you'll ascend a ladder and drop down into a different area. Turn right and go through the door to discover a break room that is chained up. Use the bolt cutters to cut the chain, and you'll uncover a core inside. After descending a flight of stairs to reach the next utility room, you'll find the Dagger PS-3713 alongside the changing priority Travelog resting on a desk.
We don't know how it transmits. We don't know how it mutates. It's as if it came from a world with different biological laws. Or was brought, rather. He must be the answer.
Surprise. They seem to have adapted to the conditions here, which gives them a strategic advantage. The underground has become a safe place for them to multiply unhindered. If I do not stop their accumulation, they will pose a terminal threat to my successes. Destroying the nest is now a priority. My target will have to wait for those who awaken after me. Such is our calling.
Once you acquire the gravity boots, step outside and leap across a few paths. You will then encounter 2 paths to choose from. Opt for the northern route and adjust the time oddity until you return to the ground, where you'll spot Merlin the cat darting into a building. Chase after it and give it a pet to receive another core.
This place is highly perilous, even for you. We will soon need a bigger camp room.
As you make your way to the foreman's office, you will eventually arrive at a hallway lined with the manager's offices. If you take a look at the balcony at the end of this hallway, you will discover another fan heater. Upon discovering Artur and Gabriel in the foreman's office, you must swiftly choose between 2 alternatives. The first choice allows you to extract Artur, while the second one enables you to extract Gabriel. If you let the time run out, you will inevitably have to extract Gabriel.
Save him, all right? Take him, we can fix him! Ah! You bitch!
No, I came for you.
After meeting the Baryka brothers and returning to the terminal, you can enter the room on the side with the Christmas tree and cats, and you'll find the A Voice from Beyond Travelog on the desk. As you make your way to the restaurant in search of the switchgear, be prepared to shift a time oddity 3 times to get to the opposite side of the room. Once you've completed the 3rd shift, you'll find a chain door that you can open with the bolt cutters. Inside, the next comic awaits you on a table. Following the ambush on the restaurant's lower level, proceed through the door where you'll encounter some biomass obstructing the left door. Set it ablaze, and you'll discover a game console in a sink inside. Once you've activated the switchgear, turn around and retrace your steps through the room you just left. In the hallway, you'll find a door that was locked earlier. You may have noticed a cat meowing as you walked by before. And now you can finally enter. Inside, Balbina the cat will be waiting for you, along with a core as a reward for giving her some affection. When you pass through the unlocked door leading to Sector A0, you will quickly enter a utility zone that has the Javelin LK-102 weapon placed directly in front of the workbench. After navigating through all the gravity jumps and reaching the entrance of an apartment building, make sure to head right towards an underground section where a few cars are parked. There, you will discover another fan heater placed on a shelf at the back. After you take down the large orphan and ascend to the utility room located at the entrance of the apartment building, another core and the seeming reality travelogue will be there.
Was destroyed. I am unable to make any more dives. Although I managed to extract my target, returning to the terminal without the right equipment, it seems impossible. The only way I can be useful is to facilitate traversal through this sector for my successors. I intend to patch up what has been torn by the impact of the anomaly. I am initiating the Talos Protocol. Such is our calling.
Next, you'll find another game console. Return up the ramp into the apartments where the wall orphans are located, and step out onto the balcony to discover it. Another core is located on the coffee table in apartment 36. You must ascend a gravity wall and break the boards off the door to enter.
It must have been Gabriel's apartment once.
Also, in apartment 28, you can find another comic book. Ascend the ladder from the utility room, proceed to the ramp that leads to the apartments, and glance to your left to spot a door barricaded with wooden boards. Shoot the boards to break them apart, then return down the ramp and enter apartment 28. After utilizing the 2 electrical fuses to unlock a door, proceed to a ledge and perform a gravity jump onto a platform beneath you. Then, turn around and execute another gravity jump into the space below your previous position. You will find a military radio close to the spot where you prepare for the next gravity jump. Soon after discovering the military radio, you'll climb the side of a building. Upon entering, glance up to your left to see another gravity jump hidden behind some wooden planks. Shoot the planks and leap over, then proceed into a room where you'll encounter Gus, the next cat, along with the subsequent core reward.
here, anyway. Thank you. It probably wasn't easy to get, was it?
Upon navigating through several gravity jumps, you will reach the sculptor's residence. In the basement, you will discover another fallen traveler, along with the essence of Antoni Surma.
Establishing connection with the phylactery. Attempting essence transfer. Transfer completed. Essence acquired.
Once you exit the sculptor's house and arrive at the next building, drop down from the ledge as you enter, then immediately look back to find a hole in the wall. Continue through to locate another core. Next, after maneuvering between two bookcases, disregard the gravity wall ahead and enter the door on your left. You will notice an explosive barrel obstructing a door. Shoot the barrel and go inside to discover an energy bank. Once you arrive at the next utility room, you'll find another core, and the endless Toil Travelog.
manage to weld something else ribs. Yet, I must try. If I succeed, I might be able to stop the anomaly's negative impact on the surrounding area. Only then will I be able to deliver the long-acquired essence to the terminal. Such is our calling.
The next collectible is a core, in the utility room inside the chapel.
Collective technology. The path has been paved.
In the wake of the ambush in the morgue, the adjacent room will now be unlocked, and you will find another fan heater sitting on a shelf.
Gabriel's condition is deteriorating. He has stopped responding to any stimuli. He has a high fever and is delirious. His brother asked if we could take him home. He knows we can't do anything for him anymore.
After you access the operation block using the master keycard, proceed to the end of the corridor and turn left into the doctor's office, where you will discover a game console sitting on the counter.
What is that? I'm not able to do that.
As you make your way through the operating rooms, you will find Bebola, the upcoming cat, sitting next to an operating table, bestowing upon you another core.
The military is making everything more difficult. They continue to delude themselves that they can control it. Fools. I am trying to act against the general recommendation of mass euthanasia. I adapted the basement of the West Wing to move at least some of my patients there. I will try and save as much as I can.
This is no place for a cat. See you at base. Take care. And don't fight over food.
After you acquire the chalice from the director's office and the vasculum from the operation block, return to the chapel to solve the altar puzzle and obtain the Mace JER shotgun. In the diagnostics room, where the toxin must be created, you can utilize the master keycard to unlock the side door, revealing another comic book inside. Upon entering the infectious diseases area, make a right turn to find a door that is chained shut. Use the bolt cutters to open it, and then climb through the broken window to locate another core within. Next, you will discover a military radio within the rooms you need to navigate in order to unlock the sealed door at the infectious diseases. The next one is Dawid Zybert's essence, which is automatically acquired after finding Borowka.
It will bring him ease.
Yes.
Do it.
Target extraction completed. Essence acquired. The Pathfinder. I have to tell the warden. Something's not right. Need to get back to the terminal.
Once you've made your way back to the terminal after tracking down Borowka, enter Kokosenka Milk Bar to spot the Tempus Fugit Travelog placed on a table.
Irreversible succession. Colonizing it, endowing it with personal characteristics most typical of humans. But it was not, like many of their habits, rational. Since then, however, I have begun to see it as an entity hostile to us. I've begun to understand how people perceive it. It's valuable, and it's unrelenting, and it's running out.
After powering the door to Station B with the conductor, descend the stairs and turn right to find a sizable orphan positioned behind a barred gate. Fire at it, and it will break through the gate. Once you've taken it down, enter the gate to discover another fan heater hidden behind a crate. Once you've activated the first generator, head back to the room where you initially connected the power. The gate there will now be open. Upon entering, take a left, and you'll find the next comic book on a shelf beside a chained gate. Use the bolt cutters to unlock the chained gate and discover another core inside a dispenser. As you make your way back to the tram, you'll spot a malfunctioning roller door that keeps opening and closing. Enter through the adjacent open door and pass through the broken wall to discover the next game console sitting on a shelf beside the damaged roller door. After you make your way into the main hall of Station B and dispatch a few orphans, you will come to the next utility section, where another core and the extraction successful Travelog can be found.
In A33 and made it back, but something affected the stability of my anchor's tracking beacon and I've re-emerged far from the dive coordinates. It's hard for me to judge whether my temporal shell was damaged. I am noticing a slight disruption in some cognitive processes. If I restore power to the train, I will get out of this place. Such is our calling.
Facing the door to Power 1, you will see a chained door that leads to the shopping center. Unlock it with the bolt cutters, and then move to the left corner to locate another fan heater. Go back to your entry point, but this time choose the right path and proceed through the door. Inside, you'll find a milk bar featuring a large orphan. In the display case at the rear of this room, an energy slate awaits. In the electronics store that the spiky orphan smashes out of, the Playing by Yourself Travelog is sitting on a box on the left.
I've conducted a standard cognitive abilities trial on myself. The results are, I miss her. At first, this new armor was cool and all. And it was fun to shoot monsters, but it's been so long. And I've become very lonely inside. She would know how to make it fun again. I miss her a lot.
Once you turn on the power in the electronics store, you can access the kiosk. Go through the opening at the back of this room to locate India the cat. The travelog titled The Way Out is situated on the desk right behind the cat.
You at the terminal. This is a very generous gift. Thank you.
My phylactery has malfunctioned. I have to regain failure. Initiating emergency.
Finally! Ready or not, here I come.
Before heading to the second generator, take a moment to retrace your steps to the earlier room that houses the toy store. Use the key to unlock it, and you will find the Arbalest positioned right in front of you. Next to the Arbalest, you will discover the essence of Marzec.
Establishing connection with the phylactery. Attempting effort transfer.
Once you've vanquished the boss and restored power to the region, you can ascend the ladder that takes you back to the second generator. Rather than using the door, squeeze between a few pipes close to it to discover another core inside a dispenser. After riding the tram, there will be another utility room with a core and the A Presence Concealed Travelog.
I have reached Sector 825, and I'm beginning the search for the dive point. Something is interfering with my readings. My sensors go haywire whenever I get close to the church buildings. The only thing I pick up is some kind of presence. A voice. I can't categorize it or assess its origin. I decided to classify it as hostile. Such is our calling.
Once you've completed a gravity jump, look for a low opening on your right that allows you to crawl through. As you step inside, remember to turn around to discover the next comic book sitting on a table to your right. Once you return to street level and step into another building, you'll notice some boards on your right that you can break, along with a metal object on your left that you can shift. Shift the metal object and enter the back room to discover another energy slate resting on the table. Once you've adjusted a few time anomalies, you'll have to supply power to unlock a door. To the right of this door, there's a chained door that can be opened using your bolt cutters, revealing a core dispenser within. Once you step through the door, you opened by turning on the power. Make a right turn, and you will see 2 cars. The military radio is located on the hood of the car at the back.
The dive point must be inside.
Upon reaching the Abbey courtyard, turn left and step into the religious goods store. Shift the metal object and squeeze through the wall. Then unlock the door to your right. You can now channel the power from the utility room into this space and open the doors here. After unlocking it, enter the room to discover the core inside a dispenser. As you step into the cemetery, you'll notice a cat darting into the mausoleum. Grab your bolt cutters to unlock the gate, then squeeze through the opening on the right to discover Freya the cat.
We'll be fine, little one. Welcome to the family.
Before venturing further into the cemetery, make sure to go back to the courtyard and utilize the key you just acquired to unlock Father Wojciech's office, located adjacent to the religious goods store. Inside, you will discover a key for the bell tower. Ascend the bell tower, and you will come across the Lance REV-1411 weapon. As you step into the catacombs, you'll need to shift a metal object to gain access to the tunnels. Just beyond that, glance to your left to see a door that has been boarded up. Shoot through the boards, then proceed around the corner to discover a door obscured by biomass. Set the biomass ablaze, then go through the 2 doors to uncover another military radio resting on a crate in the corner. Deeper into the catacombs, you'll need to connect power to a door before facing an ambush. After overcoming this challenge, proceed through the door you unlocked to discover the next utility room, which contains another core and the Travelog of the End of the World Society.
It seems that my target waiting for something. They were preparing for it and being coordinated. Initial investigation confirms that it was my target that was at their head. Such is our calling.
After obtaining the lever, return to the spot where you picked up the child key item and use it to open the northern portcullis. At the rear of this area, filled with biomass, you will find a core. Proceed past the southern portcullis until you encounter another one that can be opened. Bypass it and enter the adjacent room, where you'll discover some biomass available for burning. Move through it to uncover another energy slate resting on a coffin. After going through the last portcullis, you will arrive at a split path. Go right and follow it to find a camera on a barrel.
Angel of death and
Upon entering the room containing the Trident key item, you'll notice a chained gate to your left. Use your bolt cutters to unlock it and discover another core. After getting the Trident, head up and the position-secured Travelog will be next to a ladder you can climb up.
After a preliminary battle analysis. The behavior pattern of the orphans populating the area is highly unusual. They seem to act more consistently, in coordination, as if commanded. They become exceptionally aggressive in response to the attempts to approach the Abbey's inner courtyard. Once rearmed, I move into battle. This place must be destroyed. Such is our calling.
After utilizing the electrical fuse to reach the rear courtyard, make your way to the back where the gravity jump is situated. For the moment, disregard it and proceed north around the corner to discover another core inside a dispenser. Once you've navigated the gravity jumps, you'll return to a building. Walk through the room featuring a sculpture at its center, then take a right to discover a fan heater on the floor. After ducking under a fallen piece of wood, enter the room on the left, and Krzysztof Marzec will be in a pile of biomass.
Establishing connection with the phylactery.
After returning to the terminal, make your way to the warden's room located behind it. Bypass the door that opens as you get closer and turn left. You will find the A Gift Travelog resting on a table. Once you've navigated through the swarm of orphans while attempting to enter the police station, step inside and go to the reception area on your left to discover the From Afar Travelog resting on a desk.
Anticipated in my plans. She awoke on her own. By some miracle, the Rev Capsule's Traveler launch protocol was triggered, and before I knew what was going on, she was already sitting there, connected to the terminal. I know I promised myself that I couldn't intervene anymore. But if I didn't get her out of there, she would fry. Why doesn't she remember anything? I have to wait. I have to keep my distance. I have to keep quiet.
Follow the right side path and disregard the hole in the wall. Rather, turn back and you will see a door that has a chain attached. Slice it open, and a core will be placed on the table inside. The next comic book can be found on the chair in the same room. After unlocking the cells, enter the cell to the right as you leave the room, and Daniel Lazarski will be on the bed.
Establishing connection with the phylactery. Attempting essence transfer. Completed. Essence acquired.
After fighting 2 mini-bosses, you will open a door and need to connect some electricity with your conductor. Sitting in the biomass directly next to it is the Trial After Trial Travelog. As soon as you wake up in the new area, a core will be in a dispenser in front of you, and the Correcting Mistakes Travelog next to the save station.
Not enough resources.
I cared for her so much. I wanted nothing more than to preserve her. Protect her. She took her away from me. If only I hadn't made so many mistakes. It doesn't matter. I can reverse it. I can stop it before it even happens. I located my Baryka. I know where to find her. This time, I will succeed. I will take her to the future in which our technology was still fully functional, and nothing will ever part us again.
After doing some gravity jumps, you'll land in a building with a room to the left and a corridor in front. Enter the corridor and turn right to enter a room with a military radio on a desk.
Make it out alive. Since the first phase of research, I just knew. But I still fought. I still tried to make it a decent end for us all. I tried to see him for who he really was. But the moment he began questioning it all, I started.
Once you land in the clock tower, the last collectible will be a core in a dispenser to your right.